Hi guys, welcome to Uwe Cooking at Home. Tonight I'm doing a beautiful dish, very simple, very fast, salmon steak and cauliflower rice. Now you say, what is cauliflower rice? I think it's stupid to call it rice because it's not rice, it's cauliflower. But when you talk now to people, they understand when you call it cauliflower because it looks a little bit like rice, so they call it cauliflower rice. But it has got nothing to do with rice, so there's no carbohydrates. So I'm doing a dish which is really just vegetable and fish. So let's have a look what I have. I have two beautiful pieces of salmon. I will cook them with just a little bit of thyme and a little bit of olive oil and fresh thyme. Okay. Then I have for the sauce or garnish, what you want to call it, I have garlic and onions chopped. Yeah, then I add the fresh cherry tomatoes. Now the cameraman will complain to me because I mix everything up. It's very difficult for the cameraman to follow what I'm saying. But anyhow, I have my cherry tomatoes, which are just cut in half. So I will add them to the garlic and onions when the onions and garlic almost cooked, because I want to have the taste of the fresh cherry tomatoes. They taste really nice. Okay, so and then when they're finished, I just add a little bit of cream. I'm using Ala cream. It says whipping cream, but it's really good for everything, for whipping and for cooking. Okay, so then now my main ingredients is the cauliflower, because you see the portions is pretty big. So I have prepared, look at this, it looks almost, when it's cooked, it looks like rice, it's true. So I will start to show you how to do. You see, even the stock I'm using. So I peeled it a little bit, I cut it in half, and then I cut it very thin. So I'm just cooking it in butter for a few minutes, because I still want to have the bite of the cauliflower. Okay, so just 2-3 minutes in butter, and then I add a little bit of fresh chives right at the end. Okay, so let me take a piece to show you. I cut really thin, and if you go here, see, once you cut deep enough, it falls in pieces. You don't have to cut it anymore. It falls in pieces by itself. Okay, so let's do one more. So here, look at this, and I go deeper, and it falls in pieces. Okay, so and if it's still too big, then you do ones like this, and that's it. Okay guys, let's go and cook. Okay, so I start first, as I said, I do the cauliflower very slow. So I have some beautiful Lupak butter, which is a butter from Europe, from Denmark, which is amazing taste, amazing flavor. So I start that first. Then in the meantime, I put a little bit of olive oil in my pan, because when I start the salmon, I don't want it too hot. Okay, so I have my salmon steaks here. So I just season them with salt and pepper. Okay, so we go. Now I will put them in a pan. My pan should be hot enough, because as I said, I don't want to see. I move the oil a little bit to make sure my salmon doesn't stick, that the oil is everywhere. Okay, then I season it a bit more from the back, because you saw when I seasoned it in the beginning, I did only one side. So, but make sure when you have, like, doesn't matter if it's salmon steak or you have a piece of lamb or beef, make sure you always season it from both sides. Okay, now I put the temperature a little bit down, because I want to cook the salmon slow, because the salmon should be still, when you eat it after, it should still be nice and shiny in the middle. It should not be well done. Because a good salmon steak is best when it's medium, when it's really shiny. See, my butter is melting, so already I add the cauliflower. Okay, beautiful. And now I go back to my salmon. I have some nice fresh thyme, which I will put in the pan to give it a little bit more different flavor. So now I leave it for a few minutes Also the salmon, I don't turn it right now because a lot of people, mistakes they do, they turn it 10 times a steak or a piece of fish before it's cooked. Actually, you should turn it only once, and that is enough. So we leave it a while, so we take a little break, and then we go and turn it. So now I will start to move the salmon around. Look at this, beautiful. It looks so beautiful. Really looking forward to the dish. And here I have with the fresh thyme now, it really goes, the taste goes in there because it is in the olive oil and it goes into the fish. So which is really, really nice. Now let's look at my cauliflower. It starts, as I said, I just want it saute because I want it a little bit of crispy still. Now I start my sauce. Again, I have my Lupak butter. So this is enough. Then I have my onions and garlic. I love to cook with garlic and ginger, as you know, because when we always talk about superfood, what is the best food which helps you to improve your immune system, and definitely ginger and garlic are right on the top. Actually, I'm not sure if you know, but number one on the list of superfoods is almond. So I'm not using any almond today, but I use the number 2 and number 3, which is garlic and ginger. Okay, so I will cook now the garlic and the onions until they're almost done. I have my cauliflower moving, I have my salmon sticks moving, so I put the temperature a little bit more down because I want to finish it slowly. So my onions and garlic are done. Now I add the cherry tomatoes. Well, season them nicely with the salt, with the pepper. Okay, keep going. Now also the cauliflower, I just season it with salt and pepper. And as I said, I just use butter. If you have a great tasting butter like Lupak, you don't need nothing else. So just the pepper, little salt. And when they're finished at the end, I add a little bit of chives. I love fresh chives. Chives is my favorite herb. Even when you see here, I'm using the thyme, which is beautiful. So my salmon is done, so I can switch the oven off. So I just leave it slowly to finish, and they're done. Fantastic. So actually, now just finish that. So I have my a la cream. Don't put too much, just a little bit of cream. So that reduces a little. See, a lot of onion and garlic because I don't want a tomato sauce. I want a nice tasting sauce. So just give it a boil and then it's done. Now my cauliflower is almost done. I add now the chives. I leave a little bit for garnish at the end when I garnish my plate. So beautiful. Okay, so we can dress. Okay guys, we are ready to dress actually now. So look at this cauliflower, it's so amazing. Look at this, and it's still a little bit crunchy. Okay, so make sure that I put enough here, because otherwise I get a problem that complains that one get more than the other. So look at this. Now I have my salmon. Okay. See, I'm dressing 2 portions at the same time, because we want to eat together, so that's why I don't do 1 portion and then another one. So look at the plates. I have 2 different plates, but both plates are from Danube Hospitality, and they're giving me all the new plates, all the new shiners they get. They're giving me to try them out, to work with them. So they really look amazing. So I have my sauce. Look at this, fresh tomato. Beautiful. So same here. And as I promised, I keep a little bit of fresh chive for the end for garnish, just to keep it a little bit more colorful. So it is very nice. So guys, here we go. Fresh salmon steak on cauliflower rice with cherry tomatoes and cream.